What happens when the gods of the pitch collide with the titans of Hollywood? You get a world of awkward handshakes, legendary surprises, and moments so surreal they feel like a glitch in the simulation. Let's get into it. The GOAT meets the king. Let's start at the top of the food chain, with a man who needs no introduction. When Lionel Messi announced he was taking his talents to South Beach in July 2023, his debut for Inter Miami wasn't just a football match, it was the hottest ticket on the planet. The guest list looked less like a sporting event and more like the Met Gala after-party. Kim Kardashian, Serena Williams, Mark Anthony, they were all there. But the main event, besides Messi himself, was the meeting of two undisputed GOATs. Before the game, basketball icon LeBron James made his way down to the sidelines, and the two legends shared a warm embrace. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated respect between two athletes who have dominated their respective sports for 2 decades. LeBron, a man who is usually the center of gravity in any room he enters, looked genuinely thrilled to be there. He later posted the moment on Instagram with a simple caption welcoming Messi, calling it a pleasure to be in the presence of greatness. It was a perfect, understated acknowledgement from one king to another. And, of course, Messi sealed the fairy tale by scoring a last-minute game-winning free kick, because that's just what he does. But Messi's gravitational pull isn't limited to American sports royalty. Flashback to the 2021 Ballon d'Or ceremony in Paris. The room was dripping with footballing excellence. But one guest stood out, looking a bit like he'd taken a wrong turn on his way to a movie premiere. It was Spider-Man himself, Tom Holland. While Holland was there to present an award, he was also on a personal mission, to meet Lionel Messi. He managed to navigate his way into the exclusive players' room, where he was seen chatting and laughing with Kylian Mbappé. But the main prize was Messi. When Holland finally got his moment with the Argentinian genius, he looked completely starstruck. In a later interview, he admitted the experience was crazy, explaining that meeting Messi was one of the few times he'd been so overwhelmed he actually felt like he was floating. It's a beautifully humanizing moment, the guy who plays a superhero on screen, completely losing his composure in the presence of a real-life one. Of course, the most fascinating Messi encounter involves his greatest rival, but it wasn't a tense-on-field battle. It was a quiet, wholesome moment backstage at the 2014 FIFA Ballon d'Or ceremony. While the world was busy debating which of the two deserved the trophy, Cristiano Ronaldo was busy being a dad. He spotted Messi and pointed him out to his young son, Cristiano Jr., gently encouraging him to go say hello. Messi, ever the class act, greeted the shy young fan with a huge smile and a warm handshake. Ronaldo later explained, with a laugh, that his son is actually a huge Messi fan and constantly watches videos of him online. It's a hilarious and endearing image, the son of one of football's titans secretly binge-watching highlights of the other guy. It was a brief truce in the GOAT wars, proving that even in the heat of the fiercest rivalry, some things are just bigger than football. The Ronaldo Cinematic Universe. Speaking of Cristiano Ronaldo, his life off the pitch often feels just as dramatic as his performances on it. And when he collides with the world of celebrity, it's always an event. Take, for example, a party in Las Vegas back in 2016. Jennifer Lopez was celebrating her birthday and decided to pull off the ultimate surprise for her cousin Taina, who just happens to be a die-hard Ronaldo fanatic. Imagine this, you're at a party, probably enjoying some cake, when J.Lo casually brings over Cristiano Ronaldo as a birthday gift. Taina's reaction was exactly what you'd expect, pure, unadulterated shock. She was completely starstruck, barely able to speak as Ronaldo gave her a warm birthday hug. J.Lo explained that her cousin is so obsessed, she watches every single one of his games and can't be distracted. For one night, Ronaldo wasn't a global icon. He was the world's most overqualified birthday present, and he played the part perfectly. From pop royalty to action movie royalty, Ronaldo's orbit is always star-studded. His meeting with Fast and Furious star Vin Diesel was a masterclass in charisma, with two global titans sharing a moment of mutual admiration. But the real star of that encounter wasn't Ronaldo or Diesel. It was the cameraman. While the two icons were deep in conversation, the person filming couldn't resist the urge to sneak the camera around for a quick selfie, as if to say, yeah, they're cool, but look who's really running the show. It was a hilarious, unexpected moment of comic relief that left fans wondering when Ronaldo would finally make his debut in the Fast franchise. But perhaps the most quintessentially 21st century celebrity encounter was Ronaldo's long-awaited meeting with YouTuber and streamer IShowSpeed. For years, Speed had built his entire online persona around being Ronaldo's #1 fan. He wasn't just a supporter, he was a disciple. He traveled across the world, attending match after match, all in the desperate hope of meeting his idol. In 2023, after a game in Portugal, it finally happened. Speed's raw, unfiltered emotion was something to behold. The moment he saw Ronaldo, he completely broke down, dropping to his knees in a display of pure, chaotic joy. He was screaming, crying, and hugging his hero, all while his entourage tried to capture the perfect picture. It was a fascinating collision of two different worlds: Ronaldo, the polished, media-trained superstar, and Speed, the embodiment of a new, hyper-emotional internet fame. It was messy, it was loud, and it was utterly unforgettable, a perfect snapshot of modern celebrity culture. The Fresh Prince of Paris. While Ronaldo deals with the new wave of internet fame, let's rewind to a more classic kind of celebrity encounter, courtesy of Neymar Jr.
Brother. Finally!
For nearly a decade, Neymar and Will Smith had been like two ships passing in the night, with at least 5 near misses on meeting each other. In 2018, Smith decided to end the chase with one of the coolest surprises imaginable. He arranged a meeting in Paris, but he spun a little story for Neymar. The Brazilian superstar was told he was about to meet a world-famous chef. Instead, in walked the Fresh Prince himself. Neymar's look of confusion melting into pure delight was priceless. The two instantly hit it off, sharing laughs and taking selfies with the Eiffel Tower as their backdrop. Smith even got a signed Paris Saint-Germain jersey out of the deal. Neymar later called it one of the best days of his life. It was a perfectly executed, old-school Hollywood surprise for one of football's most charismatic stars. Neymar's time in Spain also saw him cross paths with another Hollywood legend.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, I love this show. Yeah, I love this show, yeah.
Thank you.
But this one was less Fresh Prince and more Terminator. In 2016, Arnold Schwarzenegger, in town for his Arnold Classic Europe bodybuilding event, decided to drop by FC Barcelona's training ground. The visit was a clash of titans. Schwarzenegger, a global icon of physical strength, was clearly impressed by the athleticism of Barça A's stars. He was presented with a personalized jersey and happily signed caps for the players, including a visibly excited Neymar. The two posed for photos, capturing a moment where the worlds of blockbuster action and beautiful football collided. Schwarzenegger later commented on how modern footballers were incorporating bodybuilding and weight training to get into better shape, giving his official seal of approval. It was a fitting encounter, two absolute machines at the top of their respective games, acknowledging the hard work and dedication it takes to get there. So, who do you think had the best reaction? Let's talk about it in the comments. Until next time, thanks for watching.